Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is January 18, 2022. Let's talk about Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic is committed to take people to space and also develop the space tourism. So they got a great leader, Richard Branson, and he's also committed. So stock is up and down as many of you know here. Space is hard and many of these stocks are volatile. They have to spend a lot of money to build these spaceships. So with that, let's jump in and see if we can buy this stock up here after the big drop. So we look at company overview here and look at competitive landscape where we look at many companies in this space here and we review a few charts, look at the deep dive and also look at financial performance and compare some of the great companies here like SPCE, Rocket Lab, MAXR, Iridium, and few steady Eddie names like Northrop, RTX, LMT, and so on and so forth. And then we'll do finally a verdict here to basically we'll see if we can buy SPCE up here or should we wait. So with that, let's jump in. So as we look through here, we got Virgin Galactic. They got a very good schedule going forward, July 2022 and beyond. They want to send solo flights and they want to really imagine captive to carry, and they're going forward with their mission here. They want research space flights here and they want private astronaut space flights, and as you can see here they want to start generating the revenue up in 2023. This is where the revenue generating space flight will start here. And then finally they have got multiple things going on. They got a very busy schedule here. They're working with their plan here and they're not too much worried about money losing in the meantime. Their eye is set on this revenue generating spaceships, as you can see here. So with that, let's look at a few more details. So as you see here, they got capital allocation done well here. They had $742 million in cash as of 30th of September. They decreased a little bit back in 31 December 2020, but now they got a lot of cash. As you can see, almost $1 billion cash. They can sustain their operations with this cash here and strong balance sheet and cash position, and they are organically growing, and they're also going into capital market as and when needed. As you can see, they got a convertible offer here, so it's again they're getting some money here, and they got nice free cash flow. It's a negative, as you can see, are not so nice. And as you see here, I think they're doing okay, burning a lot of cash, as many of you know here, and raising capital as and when needed. Let's look at the company into a little more detail here. It's a Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson's company, as many of you know here. It's an integrated aerospace company, and they want to send humans to, outer space, as many of you know here. And as you can see here, stock came tumbling down. Recent stock price is around $10.14, and market cap is about $2 billion. Look here, stock tumbled big time. Look, huge big drop here. And right now it's on a hold, as you can see here. And stock, as you see here, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up big time, comes down big time, goes up big time, comes down big time here. So you get the story here. So if you're looking for a nice bounce here, this could be an opportunity. After this big drop here, typically stock bounces back nicely. And as you see here, after blasting off Richard Branson, the company is a disappointment here. Stock dropped off big time. And then you got here Concord. They cut the price target here by 18%. And they also had this huge big offering here, $425 million convertible senior notes. They wanted to raise some capital here. And stock is tumbling because, Virgin Galactic is raising some capital here. The story is really these guys are raising capital and sky is falling off. That's why stock is coming down big time. And we got to see here if it's up worth buying up here. And from an estimate perspective, as you see here, we got here the lower estimate is higher than the current stock price, $15, and higher estimate is around $44. Midpoint is around $24. As you can see here, right now it's below all these estimates. That's why you could see a nice bounce from these levels. It can give you a good bounce here. From a technical perspective, squarely it's in a sell territory, as you can see here. Right now there is blood in this market, and folks don't like SPCE after all the bad press. This is where if you're a little bit opportunistic and a little more longer term horizon, you could jump in, buy some SPCE against all the natural grains here and be contrarian and go from there. All right, let's look at competitive landscape here. There are a lot of companies in this space. Some are great companies long term, some are good bounce opportunities. Let's look at some of these companies here. All right, as you see here, we got few companies here. I've sorted this by 1 year performance. As you see here, you got 1 year performance right here. And many of the companies, as you see here, they're relatively new. They don't have 1 year performance yet. As you see here, you got a bunch of companies in the beginning here. They don't have any 1 year performance yet, relatively new companies. And we got few companies with nice 1 year performance, and we'll look at those. As you see here, we got ASTR. It's a $5 stock, as you can see here, and it's doing okay. As you see here, not great. Does not have too much history, but nice $1.4 billion market cap. It's just $5 stock here. And it's been losing money for investors in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. I know many of you might be holding the bag here, but look here, it's not a pretty scene here. Financially, they're okay. They do have money, as you can see here. It's a C grade for financial from Morningstar. And then you got a few more, as you see here. Similar trend here. You got Planet Labs, same story, $6 stock here. Nice market cap, $1.6 billion here. And look, it's losing money, as you can see here, but it's got a good gross margin, 32%, not too bad. And look, it's also lost money for investors, as you see here. And then you got a few more, as you see here. I would say, look at some of these bigger players. Look, we got nice players here like Northrop, Raytheon, and so on and so forth. All these are making money for investors, as you see here. Rock solid financials here. AB, as you see here, good. They're doing very well. And overall rating for all these companies are great here. So if you're a long-term investor, look nowhere. Look at this list here from Northrop all the way to HEI here. They will do well. In the long run, you could put some money on these companies in your retirement account and go from there. And Boeing, as you know, it's a very controversial stock here. It's been up and down stock here. They do have good profitability, as you see here. I would say it's a good bounce stock here. You could buy this on a down day and you will do well as Omicron fears subside a little bit. This stock can also go higher. And then you got a few more, as you see here. You got ASTRO, Astronics, as you see here, ATRO. This, as you see here, it's lost money in 1 year, 53%. So you got to be 6%, as you see here, in 1 year. So in this here also, as you see here, it's a very low market cap, $412 million market cap here. So you got to be a little bit careful. RSI is a little high right now. You could wait for a pullback and then buy this one here. And then you got a few more, as you see here, all lost money, right from AJRD all the way to SPCE. All these companies lost money in 1 year, some more than others, as you see here. And AJRD has got a net margin positive here. They're making money, so it's a better play, as you see here. And finally, we got SPCE here, Virgin Galactic. Look at this big drop here. We got huge drop. Look, 1 month 32% and 3 month 58%. And RSI is low. That tells you it's completely sold off here. And they got good financial positioning here with the grade C from Morningstar. For a growth, they got grade A here. And overall score is very low, as you see here. Higher the better. So I think it could be a nice bounce opportunity. Stock has got high valuation as you see here. So it's not a long-term play, but if you're looking for a nice bounce opportunity after this huge pullback here, this could be your chance to buy some SPCE and go from there. And let's look at some more details here and go into charts. As you see here, we got chart here. Look, SPCE, huge big drop here. And in the meantime, on the balance volume is also dropping off. Now I see a small uptick in on the balance volume. That tells you maybe at this point smart money is flowing into it and they want to get a nice bounce opportunity here. So we could also do the same and buy some Virgin Galactic here for a nice bounce play. Look, RSI is 26, tells you it's completely sold off here. And earnings is around the corner. So you can have a good bounce after the earnings if there is any positive sentiment from the company. And look, we got Rocket Lab here. This also, as you see here, down big time. And on the balance volume is also down, as you see here. It's a $10 stock, as you see here. So at this point, you could also buy some Rocket Lab for a bounce opportunity. RSI is 37, tells you stock is sold off here. And we got MAXR. This is a little more steady eddy, as you see here. Still not doing too much here. It's kind of trading range, as you see. On the balance volume is also slightly increasing here. Stock is sold off with the RSI of 49. You could buy this one also for a little bit longer term play here. And we got Iridium here. Stock is sold off, as you see here. On the balance volume is pretty flat here. This is also a good one to slowly buy for a bounce back opportunity. Look, there is a good support level here. It can bounce off of this level and go higher. And we've got a few more here. These are steady eddy names, as many of you know here. At the top, we got Northrop. It's one of the global leader. As you see, a stock has gone up off late. On the balance volume is also racing. RSI 69. That tells you wait for a pullback. This stock will give you a nice pullback at times here. That's the time to pounce. Right now, I would wait and watch for this to come down. And same story with Raytheon. Again, a great stock here. This stock was down maybe 2-3 months ago. Right now, it's up. I would wait for a pullback here. Look, RSI 71 tells you wait and watch. And same story with Lockheed Martin, one of my favorite stock here. Look, it's going up here. RSI 73 tells you wait, no need to rush right now. And same story with HEI, again going higher. On the balance volume is higher. RSI is high, above 65. Wait and watch, no need to rush right now. All right, then you got a few more here. Boeing, as you see here, it's a good stock to trade on and off here. It goes up nicely, comes down nicely. Right now it's trending up. I would say wait a little bit. Let it cool off. RSI 66 here. The stock is on the way higher here. I think this will come down, from time to time. That's when we buy this one and trade. And we got ATRO here. Look, stock has been going up off late here. RSI 60. I say wait a little bit, let it cool off. Then you can buy some ATRO. And AJRD is a good one here. This looks like it's a good stock to buy at this time here. RSI is 37. Stock is sold off here. You could get some nice bounce off of these levels here. I think this should also go nicely. And then you got ASTR. Look, stock is coming down big time here. On the balance volume is steady, as you see here. RSI is 26. Stock price is just $5. So this is a good bounce back opportunity here. This can also go higher. Completely sold off here. All right, now let's look at Virgin Galactic. Let's do a quick deep dive. So look, from a numbers perspective, this company, as you see here, it's not trending very well. Look, earnings per share is trending down, as you see here, which is not a concern for Richard Branson. He's committed to grow the company and make it a better company. But in the meantime, they don't show the earnings and they burn money. And look, from a annual sales perspective, it's up and down. It's $3 million revenue here, but just $20,000 revenue here. So it's not a consistent player when it comes to annual sales. Shares outstanding, as you see here, it's increasing. This is also a concern. This is a really dilution of the shares. You got to be careful here. If the annual sales goes higher, if the revenue goes higher, this is not a big deal. But right now their revenue is not going higher, but shares outstanding are going higher. They're diluting the shares. That's a concern for me. We'll take a look at this one also. From a quarterly revenue perspective, look, latest quarter, $2.6 million, very low number, but it's an increase nicely from the 600,000 or so previously. So it's up and down, no consistency here. They're spending good money on R&D, as you see here. That's a good thing here. Companies like Virgin Galactic, they need to spend a lot of money on R&D. From a quarterly net income perspective, look, there's at least some positive trend here. Even though they're losing money, there's some positive trend. That's good. That shows they're trying to improve their operations. And let's see from a performance perspective. Look, stock was around $896 million back in 6/30/2019. Right now it's about $2 billion. So look, there's improvement here. They're doing okay. Stock price was $10.40 back in 6/30 here. Stock price is now $10.14. So even if you held it for a while, you lost money. And stock performance perspective, last two quarters are brutal here. You lost 45% as well as 60% in quarter ending 9/30 and quarter and at present right now. So last two quarters or so had been pretty hard on this company. Gave up a lot of ground here with the price dropping big time. And this company has been surprising Wall Street with the they're not doing well. They're not surprising. They are giving a inline earnings per share estimate here, and they're losing money, as you can see here. Earnings per share is negative. And they do have some good cash, as you see here. Right now in the latest quarter, it's about $1 billion cash. No need to worry about cash. They have a lot of money. And their free cash flow is negative. That's not a good news here. And their gross margin is very good, as you see here, 92%, but it's off of a small revenue number. Operating margin is negative. It's not a great scene here. And they're spending money on R&D. That's always good. And they're trying to improve their return on asset and investment, as you see here. A bigger negative number to a smaller negative number. That's always good. Price to sales perspective, it's very highly valued. So Wall Street does not like these type of money losing companies with high valuation. So in a nutshell, companies trying to grow their make sure their product is good here. In the meantime, they're spending bunch of money and losing some money along the way. Their hope is to really advance their schedule here and send people to the space. They're not too much worried about short-term issues here around financials. Their eye is on the long term. I think that's what is going on here. And let's look at shorter term to see what's going on. So as you see here, what I've done is I've looked at a daily stock performance. These are all daily stock performance, as you see here, for SPCE, which is Virgin Galactic. And look, we got a very high price to sales ratio here. This is very, very, very high. Valuation is sky high, as you see here, even though it came down as the stock dropped here. They're losing money. Earnings per share is negative, as many of you know here. And as you see here, they got huge short ratio. Short ratio is consistently around 15% all along. It came down from 16% in the previously, but right now short ratio is around 15%. That tells you this stock can go higher on any good news here. Last week they dropped by 18%, and week before that they dropped by 14%, as you see here. They've been a little bit losing money off late. Look, in 1 month, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, all they lost money. And right now price is around $10.14 here. Just on Friday it bounced a little bit. Look, stock price bounced by $1.10, 1.10% on Friday after this huge big drop on Thursday. That's a positive sentiment here. Look, when the price increased, there is a nice volume here. Look, 39 million shares on this small bounce here. That tells you there's a good chance this stock can bounce off of these levels here. I think that's a solid volume when with the nice bounce. That's a good story here. And look, price target got dropped here. It was 27 before, now it's 25, and some folks are still revising their price target. So price target dropped. It was sometimes on 110 here, but it might even drop further. That's the story here. In a nutshell, look, a very high short ratio here. We got huge short ratio as you see here, and price is bouncing off in the near term with a nice high volume here. So that's why I think there are legs to this move here. Because it's completely dropped off, pulled back in in one day here, this can bounce. That's why I think it's a good bounce play here. All right, let's look at the stock chart here. As you see here, this stock is known for going up nicely. Look, nice uptick, nice swing here, and huge drop, bunch of drops. This stock is not a stranger to peaks and valleys. That's why you got to buy when it's down like this, and you'll get a nice bounce opportunity as you go forward. And as you look through here, we got a little bit smaller 1 year chart here. Look, 1 year chart, stock has been slowly going down as you see here. And at this time, you could buy some. Look, it's very negative. Red line in the DMI chart is going higher. Blue line is trying to stabilize here. So right now there is blood in the market. In the meantime, I do see some green shoots here. The on the balance volume wants to go higher. Check-in money flow also wants to go higher. So that's why it's a bounce candidate here. Stock is completely sold off here with the very low RSI 26 right now. So it's a good one. And even if you want to buy call options here, you're not paying too much money with the IV percentile of 23. All right, let's look at option chain here and see what we can make out here. Look, stock price is $10.14 here, and all-time high is 62. It's a huge upswing from here. Stock is completely sold off here. And if you look through here, we got a strike price around $10. That's the current price here. And at the strike price here, you got nice volume here. Look, open interest is 14,000. And as you scan through here, even at $25 strike price here, there's a huge open interest here, 2,600. And you got one more nice open interest here. As you see here, I think it's also, there is a lot of open interest in the option market. That's for $20. That tells you there is a lot of open interest in the options market. The options buyer want to send the stock higher. That's why there are a lot of people betting the stock will go higher and buying call options at higher strike prices, as you can see here. And as you see here in the put side also, there is some open interest, but nowhere close to the call option open interest. That tells you it's overly bullish here. Options buyer want to see the stock going higher. All right, from an option statistics perspective, as you see here, we got 111. We got 171,000 call contracts traded and 111 put contracts traded. That makes the put call ratio 0.652. Anytime it's below 1, that tells you it's bullish. Right now it's much below 1. That tells you it's very, very, very bullish here. Stock price is $10.14. VWAP is, as you see here, VWAP is 9.9. That tells you stock can come down from these levels to around 9.9. But nonetheless, it's a good bouncing opportunity. You could buy some here. You could have a nice bounce opportunity as stock goes higher from these levels here. All right, now let's rank some of these names here. We got SPCE, Virgin Galactic, Rocket Lab, and MAXR, and few names here and few steady eddy names as you see here, and we got few bounce opportunities here. So let's look at some of these companies and rank them. So we got here names as you see here. We got SPCE at the top here. Look, SPCE is $10.14. Market cap is around $2 billion. Has a buy rating as you see here. And keep watching here. They have a good revenue growth year over year. It's going off a very small base here, just $3 billion. Nothing great as you see here. And if you had bought this stock here, you lost money in 1 year, 63%. And from a financial perspective, they got good grade here, which is C, not bad. Great, growth grade here from Morningstar. It's a growth company. Overall rating is 10 here. That tells you it's much lower. Higher the better. Right now this is one of the lowest, just behind Rocket Lab as you see here. So that's why I think this stock here at this time, it's a bounce candidate here. You could buy off of this weakness here, especially as you see here. We got a low relative strength index here. Tells you stock is completely sold off here. That's why it's a good bounce opportunity. You don't need to worry about any bankruptcy here. They got a lot of money. Nice grade C here from Morningstar. I'd be concerned about grade D and grade F. Look, MAXR has got a grade D here. Grade D and grade F, they don't have too much money here. Grade C is okay. They can survive. They got a lot of money. And then you got a few more as you see here. We got Rocket Lab. Keep watching Rocket Lab here. They got a grade C here, and they got very low overall rating here. That tells you this is bottom of the list here. So even though stock is at $10 here, at this time they don't have a good overall rating here. You got to be a little bit careful here. And this stock also, as you see here, they don't have too much performance in the longer term. Relatively new company here. And then we got a few more here. We got MAXR, as you see here. MAXR is again, one of the solid operators, as many of you know here. And look, MAXR, they got a grade F for profitability, as they're losing money at this time. Net margin negative, and financial perspective not doing great, as you see here. This company also lost money in 1 year, as well as lost money in 5 years, as you see here. And I think they're okay from a gross margin perspective. Good gross margin. That's why it's one of the better operator with a nice gross margin. And then you got a few more here. You got Iridium, as you can see here. This gets an overall rate of 24, a little more stronger, as you see here. As you see, it's stronger than MAXR. It's 24. It's a little better operator here. $37 stock price. You could buy this one also. But if you want some of the consistent steady eddy, look at these names here. These are a little more bigger players here. Look, all of these have got very nice grading here. Look at the overall grade here. Overall rank, higher the better. These guys get a good grade here. Solid operator perspective we got here. Northrop, great 88 score here. This is the one for your retirement portfolio, along with Lockheed Martin, which is 88. And we got RTX, Raytheon, also great here. Only one thing to notice here, as you see, all these names have got a little bit higher relative strength index. So that's why I wait for a small pullback here and buy these names after the pullback. Right now, stocks are higher with a nice, high RSI levels here. So I would say wait for a small pullback. If these stocks get clobbered because of this sell-off, buy some. And then you got a few more, as you see here. Boeing is one of my favorite bouncing stocks here. This stock gets sold off and then bounces back nicely. It's a good opportunity to buy. Even if you're a long-term investor, buy it when it drops off big time here. Right now, as you see here, RSI 66 tells you it's a little bit hot right now. I would wait for a little pullback here. And we got a few more here, ATRO as well as AJRD here. And look, AJRD has a good rating here. Look, 88 rating, solid operator here. But ATRO just 12 rating, not a great operator at this time here. And stock, as you can see here, right now RSI for this one is 60, tells you should wait for a little bit and then buy. On the contrary, AJRD you could buy right now. It's sold off completely with the low RSI. So that's a quick summary and ranking for you. As usual, from a ranking perspective, highest rank goes to Northrop, and we got here Lockheed Martin, and we got AJRD, and the lowest ranking goes to Rocket Lab here with the 3 here, and then Virgin Galactic, and then we got other players like MAXR and Iridium, all get a little bit lower grade. So with that, let's see what should we do now. So Virgin Galactic dropped big time. What should I do? As you see here, Virgin Galactic, they got this convertible offering, and I think that's why stock came down here, and this will give them the money needed for their operations. And conversion price is around 12.79 here, which represents a good 27.5 premium. So that's a good news here. I think folks might buy this one. I think company will get required capital here through this vehicle. And this stock lost about 29% in last month. At this time, aerospace sector gained around 7.56%. So that's why I think it's a good one to buy after this whole big drop off here. You can get a nice bounce back opportunity. And after they blasted off Richard Branson to the outer space here, stock lost about 80%, as you see here. Huge drop here. And we got here analysts concurred. They cut the estimate, the price target by 18%, and they're still bullish, as you see here. And company strengthened the balance sheet. That's a good one here. They got approximately $1 billion cash on hand. They can execute their plan with that. And they're also expanding, as you can see here. They want to go after next generation ships here. That's also good. And finally, I think it's a very speculative play, and I recommend buying, on this pullback for a speculation, and you can get a nice bounce back from these levels. So with that, it's not a stock for a retirement portfolio, but you're a speculator. If you want to see a nice bounce back here, I say go buy SPCE here, and you will get a nice bounce back opportunity. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.